Hi guys, it's Kiarko here, and I'm back with another speed build. This time I'm building a classic Victorian style home. I say Victorian style and not Victorian home because I didn't do a lot of research for this. I just kind of went off what my perception of a Victorian home is, so it's probably not that true to the actual architectural style of Victorian homes, but I think I captured the essence of it, I hope. Let me know if I was totally off and if I totally missed the mark, but I'm pretty happy with how this build turned out. It's kind of more focused on being like a Victorian family home. The interior is pretty much decorated okay. It's not great. I don't love the interior decoration, mainly because this is a zero custom content build, and as you know, whenever I don't build with custom content, I tend to be rather dissatisfied with how the interiors of my builds turn out. And that's just because, I guess you could say I don't love all the content or all the furniture that EA gives us, but, you know, I do what I can with it. So let me know what you think of this build, and especially the interior of it. It kind of, I went with this vibe. It's a little bit, you know, Bella Gothy on the inside, but also, you know, still being kind of family-ish. I don't know, just let me know what you think. Here I'm just putting in a roof. I was messing around with these weird sloped roofs because I was looking at a photo of Victorian homes, and I saw that a lot of them had these very intensely sloped or weirdly angled roofs. So I put that in there. I've never done roofing like this before, but I think it turned out pretty well. I think it ended up looking like what it needed to for this build, at least. But here I am just putting beams and columns on all the corners just to, I don't know, make the house seem more detailed and intricate, because that's another thing that I saw was happening with a lot of these Victorian homes, is like there's a lot of details, a lot of intricacies. So that's what I was just kind of going for. Here I am with the second floor, just kind of expanding the build. I do believe there's like a garden area out here I end up building. So this home is definitely usable as a family home. I believe in the end it has 2 bedrooms, or no, it has 3 bedrooms. One of them I just made into an office. But you can definitely, you know, fit in a relatively large-sized family in this home, even though it's a little bit cramped. You could still do it. So let me know if you end up using this build for anything. I'd love to see it. Here I'm just adding in some, I don't know, I mean, I used a fence here, but I don't know what you would call it, like a roof trim. I'm not sure. I just kind of thought it went with the Victorian vibe. I've never seen houses with roofs that had like a little fence at the end. That'd probably be like counterintuitive to, you know, rain and stuff coming off the end, or like leaves and stuff. They'd probably all get caught in the fence. But you know what? This is a game and it looks good, so just roll with it. Here I am building the rest of the roof. I wanted a little upstairs area. I didn't end up using this for anything, like this little 3rd floor room, mainly because I couldn't really find a way to fit a staircase in there and also make the room usable. So it's really just there for decoration. You could probably put in a ladder and somehow use a ladder to make it usable, but it's still a pretty small space, so I'm not sure what you would do. But it's there if you want it. Here I am just editing the roof. I'm not great with roofs, but I'm pretty happy with how this one turned out, I'd say. Yeah, this is coming together. It's going with the Halloween vibe we're doing. This build is built on a lot in, I don't remember what it's called. It's the world that came with the Vampire Pack. And I thought it just fit in with the surrounding buildings, and I thought the lake and all the fog and all that stuff looked pretty cool with it, so that's why it's there. Here I'm just putting in some roof decorations. Again, Victorian homes, from what I saw, from the very little research I did, had a lot of details and a lot of, you know, bits and bobs here and there, so that's what I was doing. You know, looking back, this kind of reminds me of that home in Series of Unfortunate Events, the one where the kids get dropped off right before they meet Count Olaf, and they think that lady is their new mom, and she has like this lovely red home with all these flowers and stuff. I know it's such a weirdly specific reference, but that's what I'm thinking of looking at this now, is that little home she had in her garden. I guess it's like the flowers and the red, the red walls on the outside that's making me think of that, but yeah. Here I am building the little garden area. I wanted to kind of build a graveyard in it. I ended up not doing that just because I don't think I found a way to, plot it out or lay it out in a way that I liked. But, I ended up using it for, I think some gardening things and like a little bench and stuff, and you'll see that later. But here I'm just building a fence for the opening of the home, so it's like a little bit more private. Just putting in some greenery. I love doing green work. I'm not great at it, but I do love doing it. So here I'm just putting trees, putting in some dirt. I always put dirt under my plants because I find that it makes it look, a lot more realistic. And I highly suggest that any other builders out there do that as well. Here I'm putting in a mailbox and a bike, I believe. Yeah, there we go. Just to add, that homey touch that, someone lives here and, maybe there's a teen or a child there and they use that bike to go to school. Here I am just trying to work out where I could possibly put a graveyard. Didn't really like any of the options that I was presenting myself. Maybe I just didn't try hard enough, but ended up just, again, making a little eating area and just making it a nice little family garden. There I am messing around with headstones. As you can see, I was pretty set on this concept of a graveyard, and it just, I don't know, it didn't work for me. If it works for you, totally go for it, but I found that this little gardening area looked pretty cute. I always put those garden plots down, and then I just put like plants from the game on there, and I know that makes the garden plots like useless in the game because the game activity of like growing food can't do it through the mesh of the plant without it looking weird. So it is technically a useless garden plot. But I mean, you could just go and delete those plants and just use it, I guess. But I kind of thought it looked cool like this, like they were growing, these really cool like rose and flower bushes and stuff. And then I just put a little bee box back there, This seems like a family that would, keep bees. I don't know why. Just reminds me of them. And put in some stone pathway there. Just wanted it to look very worn out, like this family's been here for a long time, and maybe this is like their really old, legacy home or something. Oh, you could definitely use this as a legacy build now that I think about it. This definitely seems like a generations home to me. Because it has a lot of opportunity, I think, to change. I think you could do a lot with this build. You could make it spooky if you wanted to. You could make it really cute and pastel-y if you wanted to. I don't know. I really like the way this house turned out, at least architecturally. I don't know about the interior. We'll see as we go along and watch this how I feel about the interior. Here I am having the problem I always have, which is where the hell do I put my staircase? Ended up putting it, I don't even remember where. I think just there. Yeah, I ended up putting it there, which is, it's an okay place to put it. It takes up a little bit more room than I would like it to, but, that's just what you're gonna get when you build small houses like this. Here I'm just setting out the layout of the rooms. I always do floor plans before I, do anything else. I need my brain to look at the rooms and understand what I'm going to be doing. I had to change some of the layout here so that the other room was accessible by, the general hallway, because I didn't want, Sims to go through other Sims' bedrooms to get to their bedroom. I just thought that was, weird. So I had to change the layout for that. Here I'm putting in some lighting. I thought these, square lamps were kind of cute because they had this little, checkered pattern on them that had some red and pink in it that I thought was pretty cute and could go with the house and the theme pretty well. So I went with that. I went with black flooring. I don't know how I feel about this decision. I just kind of went with it because of the color palette. Again, me and how strict I am with my color palettes is really just gonna shoot me in the foot one of these days. I mean, if it hasn't already, maybe this is the build that shoots me in the foot with it. I don't know if the black flooring was the right choice, but it was the choice that I went with. And here we are. Here I am doing the kitchen. I actually really liked how this kitchen turned out. I thought it was, you know, pretty cute and quaint and homey. And again, just putting some beams around. I love beams, love columns, can't get enough of them. And here I'm putting in the counters. I ended up going with the counters from the vampire pack. I just thought that they fit. And again, they went with my color palette. And if you ever have a question about like, oh, why did she make that decision? Like, the answer is always, oh my god, it went with her color palette. And that's true. Here I'm putting in a refrigerator. I really like that old-timey fridge in the game, but I just can't get over how off-color the gold handles are on it. And I know that's such a weirdly specific problem to have, but like, I've wanted to use that old-fashioned refrigerator so many times because it goes with so many different build themes. But it's just, this shade of gold does not go with any other gold, and it's so vibrant and bright that you couldn't just put it there and ignore it. But again, that's me and my strict color palettes, so let me know if you have that same issue. I mean, I have that issue with a lot of objects in this game where there's like one color in it that kind of throws the whole thing off, and so I just end up like never using the items. And that's kind of why I got into, you know, creating my own custom content, so I could literally just go in game and recolor the objects that I don't like to look like something that I do like. And I do that quite a lot because I am very dissatisfied with a lot of EA's color palettes. I say EA, I mean specifically the Sims team. I know EA is a very big branch. I know that EA is a very, very big company, and they're probably not overseeing minute details like that, but I just say EA is shorthand. Just put in a little dining area there, put in some curtains. I like that flower bouquet I went with. I've never used that flower bouquet before. Now that I see it, I've literally never used it, but you know, it looked cute, so great, broke that virginity, finally used it. Here we are putting in some curtains. I used to always forget about curtains. I used to literally never use curtains. And then I just kind of realized they help fill up the space a lot more. And I don't know, they make the build look more natural, more real, because, you know, are you not gonna have curtains in your bathroom and just let the world see you? I mean, you could. To each his own. I know I said pretty much the exact same thing in my Modern Family cabin video. It's a weird problem I run into a lot in these builds, is curtains and windows in the bathroom. That's just a me thing, I guess. Here I am trying to fit in an extra chair in that room. I ended up not doing that. I just couldn't make the space work, and I really wanted all the symmetry that I had going on, and I didn't want to move anything around, so ended up just scrapping the extra chair. Just went with a pretty simple living room layout. And again, you can move all this stuff around, you can make it your own. Add whatever you need in for your family. My feelings won't be hurt. Here I am putting in the toilet stuff for the bathroom, curtains on my windows. This is a 1.5 bathroom build, and I guess that's probably enough for a medium-sized family. They might be fighting over the shower a lot though, but what can you do? I ended up putting in a reading nook up here since I couldn't find space for it downstairs. I really like this chair. Like, I don't know what you call it, like a swivel back, you know, I can't even think of the word, but I really like that type of chair. If you know what it's called, comment down below. Not that anyone actually will. But you know what? I think you guys do not realize the power you have over me right now. I literally have no subscribers. Oh no, I don't have no subscribers right now. I have 11 subscribers, and I'm very thankful for you guys who watch my videos, and thank you for watching my videos. But you have so much power over me. You could comment anything. Like, you could comment anything you would want me to build, and I would instantly just go and build it, because you are my voice in the darkness shouting out at me, and I will listen. So, any ideas at all, any comments, you know what, even if they're mean, just say it. You know, I'm ready to interact. Let's do it. Here I am putting in some paintings and stuff. Made a little bedroom for, I don't know, twins or like 2 little children. Very interesting bedspread. You know, I never use these beds. I don't really like how they look. I only use them here because I thought that it went with the vibe. But now looking back, I'm not so sure that's true. I'm not sure if that was the right decision, but You know what, whatever. They really remind me of The Sims 3 for some reason. I think it's because the pattern is so indicative of the custom pattern thing that you used to be able to use. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like where you could upload pictures and make them patterns for your furniture. It just reminds me of that, like a swatch that they used to have or something. Same with the other bed over there. I don't know. Did EA reuse those beds from The Sims 3? Because those look very familiar. Here I'm putting in a little office space, since there's not really space in any of the other rooms. You could definitely take all this furniture out and make it a third bedroom if you needed to, like a toddler's bedroom or a baby's nursery or something. It's a pretty small room. I believe it's a 3x3, so you can't do much with it. I was kind of struggling to fit things in there, but you know, I ended up making a pretty okay office space. And yeah, just editing parts of the build, realized that this freaking building, what's it called? Building liner? I don't know what this is called. You know what I mean? The thing that goes around the building that I really like? Building liner. I'm just gonna call it that. It just it glitched out really weirdly and I just had to go and fix it, but I fixed it in the end. I'm pretty happy with it. And yeah, that's the build. I hope you guys like it. Here are the screenshots of it. Let me know if you have any thoughts, comments, questions, anything else you'd want me to build in the future. Please comment down below. And thank you so much for watching. See you next time.